Hey everyone, this is Ahana Bernard, and recently I heard about the website Shop Miss a website that I had never heard of before, which is not surprising because I only started doing makeup like 5 to 6 years ago. So when I heard about this brand, Aoa Studio, that is sold on the website Shop Miss everything is $1. I heard that the products are really good. I was like, maybe I need to try them. Like, I enjoy makeup and I particularly enjoy affordable makeup because when I first started doing makeup, I did not buy high-end brands. I only bought drugstore brands, and that is where my journey with makeup started. And it's come so far now that I do try high-end brands, but whenever I hear of affordable, good makeup, I always gravitate towards it. So when I heard of this brand and I heard about how good their makeup is, I decided to go ahead and purchase a full face of Aoa Studio makeup. And sometimes I couldn't pick up the Aoa Studio brand itself, but I basically picked up $1 makeup from the Shop Miss website, and I created this look. I am so happy with this look. It's amazing, it's beautiful. But if you guys want to watch how I created this look with $1 makeup, then I say keep on watching and we'll see where we go with this. So first I'm gonna go with my primer. I picked up the Aoa Wonder Skin Perfecting Blur Primer. It's a beautiful gel-like consistency and it's got a little bit of a sparkle to it. And I'm going to apply this all over my face. It spreads very easily. It's going very smooth on my skin, which I do like. It's got these beautiful gold sparkles in it. Smells really good too. Okay, so I had already put my sunscreen, my moisturizer, all of that was done. I just used the primer. It's really good primer. So next I'm gonna go in with my foundation. For this I picked up the Aoa Studio Pro Wear foundation in the shade Natural Beige. I did pick up another shade because I wasn't sure which one would be perfect for me, and picking up complexion shades online is such a tricky business. So Pure Beige was a little bit lighter for me with more of a rosy undertone to it, but this one is actually a very good match. So I'm gonna go with Natural Beige. I'm going to give it a good shake because they say you have to shake it. So Aoa Studio, the website, they actually have $1 brushes. I did not pick those because I have something similar from Amazon, which was close to about $1 per brush. So for making sure this is a low cost makeup tutorial, I'm going to be using my Amazon brushes, which are really great. I've used these for some time. They are good brushes. So we're gonna go ahead and pick up some foundation in the brush, and I'm gonna do half a face with brush and the other half with a beauty blender, which, by the way, these beauty blenders have amazing ratings on the Shop Miss website. So I picked up a beauty blender. So I'm gonna use this for the half of my face and a brush for the remaining half. Okay, so let's go in with the brush. I know it looks a little too light for me, and I know the undertone doesn't quite match, but trust me, this really warms up to my face. And I have noticed that it does oxidize. So once it oxidizes and warms up, it actually really blends with my skin. As you can see, I do have a lot of hyperpigmentation and acne going on, and I really hope this foundation can cover all of that for me today. We'll see. So this half of my face with the brush, the product itself can be blended very well from what I'm seeing. The smell, it's got a very pleasant smell to it. It's not too strong, but very mild fragrance. This is the first round of foundation. I probably have to go round 2 again. I don't know, we'll see. And I usually pull my foundation to my neck area, so it kind of doesn't look choppy. There's a flow in my foundation. I did not dampen my beauty blender. I'm gonna go quickly and dampen this. Okay, I'm back. So I dampened my beauty blender for the remaining half of my face. So I'm going to take my product. What the hell is that? I don't know if you guys saw, there was something like a white thing. Okay, it's no longer there. So when I first started doing makeup, which is about, I'd say about 5 years ago, 5.5, 6 years ago, I never used brushes. I always would use a beauty blender. Like, that was my go-to thing. But I don't know what changed. Like, I no longer like beauty blenders. I don't know, I like brushes more than beauty blenders. But for the sake of this video, I decided I was gonna do half and half. Some beauty blenders actually absorb the product way too much, and I feel like this beauty blender is one of those. I don't know, because you can see it didn't really cover much. So I took some extra product, grabbed a whole bunch of foundation. I'm just gonna go right into those areas where I need foundation and just blend. So I'm gonna go in for more foundation, build it up. So this would be the second round. So the first round gave me medium coverage. Since I am looking for full coverage, I'm gonna go in with second round of foundation. I am looking for full coverage because I will be out pretty much all of today. We do have something going on this evening. We have one of our friends. They've invited us, so I want something that can stay all day. You know, maybe I can even do like a check-in later in the day to show how this makeup is holding up. $1 makeup, so if it does hold up all day, I mean, that's amazing. Okay, so as you can see, I am going multiple rounds to kind of get the coverage I want, and frankly, I feel like this beauty blender is absorbing a lot of the product that I have to use a lot of foundation to get the coverage I want, which I don't like about sponges. I don't know, ever since I started using brushes, like, I've noticed that I don't really need a lot of foundation. With beauty blenders, it's a very tricky business because sometimes if you don't pick the right beauty blender, then the blender itself can absorb a lot of product and you don't have a lot of foundation left for your face. And I feel like that's what's happening. Anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and stamp just to lock in that product. So this is the coverage I got after multiple rounds of foundation with my beauty blender, which honestly, I'm not too thrilled. Like I said, I was going for more of a full coverage look. So I'm gonna go in again, but this time I'm gonna pick it up with my brush. As you guys can see, I basically decided to go in with my brush for both sides of the face because I felt like the blender itself was not giving me the coverage I was looking for. So I decided to pick up a brush instead. I feel like the blender does absorb a lot of product and it's not really giving the coverage that I want. And so this is the coverage I got after multiple rounds of foundation, and I feel like, you see with the brush, it's better for coverage with the brush. So beauty blender was a pass for me. I don't know, it had great ratings on their website and that is why I decided to pick it up to give it a try, but no, I'm not a fan of it. So I picked up the Aoa Liquid Concealer. This was way too light for me. I tried it the other day. This is in the shade Buff. It's super light. I don't even know what I was thinking when I picked this up. So then I decided to place another order on their website to pick up some more concealers. And by then they had actually come out with these new concealers from their brand Aoa Studio. So I picked up some of these guys. So this is in the shade Nude, this is in the shade Buff, and this is in the shade Sand. So they all seem to work for me, but let me swatch. So I'm gonna start with Nude. I take some of that. It's a very creamy formula, which I like. And I'm gonna go here. Okay, let's do it here. I hope you guys can see. So that is Nude. That might be, I don't know, a little too light for me. We'll see. Next, I'm going in with Buff. Picked up some concealer, and I'm gonna go right next to Nude. This is Buff. It's even lighter than Nude. And lastly, I picked up Sand, which I believe is the darkest of the three that I picked up. So we'll see how this works. So that's Sand. I'm gonna go right about this. Okay, and that is Sand. So I'll go through this again. This is Nude, Buff, and Sand. Nude, Buff, and Sand. So for this video, clearly buff is too light for me. I'm not gonna go with that. I am debating between this guy and this guy, and I might actually go with nude for the look today. I'm gonna go with the last one. So what I'm gonna do is I picked up these cotton puffs on their website. They say it is for powder, but I feel like the teeny tiny buffs might work great to go around the eye like this. So I'm gonna use this today, and I'm going in with nude for this look. So I'm gonna get some product and basically go around the eye like that. The thing I'm looking for in this concealer is that it doesn't crease. That's all I care about. As long as it doesn't crease, this is a gem. So I'm just stamping in my product, not doing much, but just stamping in. Let's go for some more product, and I'm gonna go here where I have this really bad pimple sticking out, and I'm gonna go a little over here to kind of build the coverage. The shade matches perfectly. As you can see, it's really matching my skin very well. So this works great for concealer. It's great for, you know, the stamping motion. This is amazing, and it fits perfectly into these teeny tiny bottles. So nude was a good match in my opinion. Maybe I can even try this shade Sand. It might work, but for this video, nude actually worked out great. So these concealers are great. I really like them. I will be using them for sure. So with my oily skin, I definitely have to put powder. Like, that is a must for my face. So I picked up the Aoa Studio Perfect Finishing pressed powder, and I'm gonna pick up a brush from the Amazon set that I was talking about. I'm gonna pick up this and just grab some of that powder. This is a translucent powder, so it shouldn't add any color to my face. And I'm gonna mainly go around my eye and my T-zone, because that is where I get really oily as the day goes by. The powder did not go cakey on my face, which is great. But if it holds up with my oily skin, I don't know about that. We have to still put that to test, but definitely went on very well and did not seem cakey at all. So that's a good thing. Next, I'm gonna go with my brows. Aoa Studio Sculpting Brow Pencil. It comes with the brow product on one side and spoolie on the other side. Oops, there's a cat hair. I do like this sort of brow pencil with that shape, because it's easier to like give that shape as I am filling in my brows. It's like once I do my brows, I feel like I'm getting somewhere with my makeup. Until then, I don't know, no matter what I do, I feel like something is not just sitting right. Something doesn't look good. But the minute I do my brows, it's like a different story altogether. Just filling in all those gaps in between. Very light-handed because I like my brows to look natural. So I'm trying very hard to be light-handed. Okay, so now that that is done, I'm going to take the spoolie on the other side and just gently brush my brows. I feel like brow pencils, they work so fast, like they're so much faster than the brow pomade. On a day-to-day basis, I actually use a brow pomade, but brow pencils are my favorite. Okay, now that my brows are done, this is a beautiful product. I love it. I'm going to be using it. By the way, I picked this up in the shade dark brown. Very nice product. It really filled up my brows very quickly, very easy to work with, so that's really good. And then I picked up a whole bunch of eyeshadows. Out of them, I'm going to be using this palette here. It's called as the Starry Boutique Colors. I did use this palette for a bit the other day, just trying out colors in them, and it comes with this little thing to put your eyeshadows. When I first started makeup, I used to use these. I never used brushes. Now that I think about it, it sounds crazy because working with these can be very tricky. But this is all I used. But for today's look, I'm going to be using some eyeshadow brushes from this set that I picked up from Amazon. Here's some eyeshadow brushes. We're gonna make this work. There is no transition shade, by the way. There is no transition shade. So what are we gonna do? I'm gonna use the blush shade. By the way, this shade is beautiful. This is in the shade 271 Auburn, and it's this really nice brick color. And I'm going to use this as my transition shade in a fluffy brush. So I'm gonna go right here and build that color. As you can see, this color is beautiful, and it's gonna look great as a blush color. But it also works as a transition color since I don't have a transition color in the palette. So I basically made sure it's fully blended, no harsh lines, and now we're gonna go in with the actual color. I'm gonna go in with the red. I'm gonna go in with this really beautiful burgundy maroon eggplant color. Basically pack that in the outer V. Just put that shade down there. I don't want to blend it too much. These, by the way, these shades from the Starry Boutique Colors, these shades are like butter. They're so smooth, they're so good. It's unbelievable how smooth these shades go. Like literally butter. I feel like I have my brush dipped in butter. So good. All right, so now that that is done, I'm gonna go in with the same shade on the other side of my eye. Now for the remainder of my eye, I'm gonna take one of these flat head brushes and I'm gonna go in with this shade over here, which is a really nice sky blue. And whoa, do you guys see the pigmentation? It's really good. Beautiful, beautiful pigmentation. And then I'm gonna go in to the remaining 2/3 of my eye. So the outer 1/3 I used the maroon shade, and for the remaining 2/3 of my eyelid I'm using this beautiful, beautiful sky blue shade. It's beautiful. I don't even know what to say about this palette anymore. Like, the colors are so pigmented, it's so smooth, like I have no fallout, they're easy to blend, like all around it's a check, check, check. So now that that is done, I'm gonna go back with my fluffy brush and just blend a little bit. For my lower lash line, before we go there, let me put some more color. Okay, for my lower lash line today, I'm going to use this shade right next to the maroon shade. And basically go along my lower lash. Okay, so now that that is done, I'm gonna take a smaller brush head and basically dip into this shade over here. Beautiful, like greenish blue shade, and I'm just gonna use that to go over the shade that I just used for my lower lash line. All right, so that's what I was able to come up with. It's a very quick eye look. I'm going to use, let's see, I'm going to use this pinkish champagne color for my inner corner highlight. And for the highlight on my brow bone, I'm gonna dip into the same shade, but this time I'm gonna pick an angled fluffy brush and lightly go in that area. All right, so going back in with my fluffy brush, I just want to blend that area a bit because it's looking too harsh. And that's my eye look. Very simple, very quick, beautiful shades, easy to work with, amazing. So this gets a big check. So moving on, I'm gonna go in with my eyeliner. For my eyeliner, I'm very particular about my eyeliner. I don't usually change my eyeliners because there's one that I really like from Essence, and I always just end up using that eyeliner. But let's see how this works. Okay, that went really well. I like the pigmentation. It's dark black. Okay, so that's my eyeliner. Since I do have hooded eyes, I usually like a very thin eyeliner, because if the eyeliner is thick and then you have the hooded eyes where, you know, all of this basically comes and sits on your eyelid, then you pretty much cover all your lid space because your eyeliner is thick and then your hooded eyes are sitting on top of your eyelid. So what I do is I normally go with very thin eyeliner, and I always like a brush head eyeliner. I don't like felt tip at all. So this really worked great. I will be using this. I love it. It's amazing. All right, moving on. I did pick up the Aoa Studio Fat Lash Primer Mascara. I'm going to basically put this on my lashes. I did pick up false lashes, but I'm not going to be using them for this look today. But I can even make another entire look with the amount of makeup I picked up from their website. So maybe if I do make another video with all this $1 makeup that I picked up, then in that video I can definitely go ahead and use my false lashes. I've heard that their false lashes are really good. So let's go in with the bronzer. This is the Sun Glow Shimmer Bronzer. I don't normally use shimmer bronzers. I generally use matte bronzers, but I couldn't find any on the website, so I just ended up picking this. And the other day when I used this is actually too orangey for my face. It almost looked like blush. So I'm gonna go very light-handed with this in a very big fluffy brush. A fluffier brush for bronzers that are this pigmented is better, so that way you can diffuse the color easily, and that is why I generally pick up a fluffier brush. I do like this bronzer. I will be using it. Not my absolute favorite, but I will still continue to use it. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Aoa Studio Perfect Blush. This is the same blush color that I used as a transition shade. So I'm gonna dip, you see how much product it picked up? I'm gonna tap off the excess and go very light-handed with it, and then just pull the shade up in an upward motion. So same thing on the other side. Beautiful shade, very pigmented. I will be using it, and this product as well gets a check. Like, I cannot even believe how good these products are. Like, they're for $1, but they work really well, and it's amazing how good they're working. Next, I'm gonna go in with the highlight. I picked up the Halo highlighter by Aoa Studio. I picked up the shade Love Lust. There's a beautiful golden shade that I really wanted to pick up, but they did not have it in stock, so beautiful highlight. Like, I feel like it's buildable. You can go in light for a very natural look, or you can definitely amp it up by adding a lot more highlight. And then I'm gonna go along my nose bridge. So they did not have any contours on their website, at least I couldn't find any. If not, I could have picked something up to contour my nose, but I really did not find any contour on their website. So we're gonna go ahead with that. Now that my lash primer has dried up, I can go in with the mascara. For this, I'm gonna pick up the Aoa Studio Wisp mascara, and it comes with this sort of a brush head. So going in with the mascara, it's a really great mascara. I absolutely like it. Going in with the lower lash line. And this mascara is definitely buildable. Okay, this mascara is good. Like, I don't know, like sometimes mascaras are very tricky for me, but I felt like this one did the job very well, so I do like it. Also, I want to quickly swatch before we move any further, swatch the blush shade and the highlighter shade for you guys. So I'm gonna swatch here. That is the blush shade. It's this really nice orangey shade, and I don't know if you guys can see, but that's the blush shade right there. And for the highlighter, in the shade Love Lust, the Halo highlighter by Aoa Studio. I'm gonna swatch it here for you. That's the highlighter. Very, very beautiful shades. Like, both of them are very nice shades. So now that it's done, I can go ahead and set my makeup. I'm gonna use the A+ setting spray. Apparently this is a lightweight matte finish setting spray. Smells delicious. Smells very good. I absolutely love the smell of it. So now that that is done, the last thing left to do is to go in with the lipstick. I picked up a ton of lipsticks. I have this lipstick obsession going on right now, where whenever I see new lipstick, I need to try it. So I picked up a whole bunch of liquid lipsticks that I almost want to do another video with the lipstick swatch sort of video. But for this particular look, I'm gonna use these bullet lipsticks. They are the Sparkle Magic Glitter lipstick. These lipsticks are amazing. I cannot even put it in words how good these are, to a point where I actually want to buy more of these shades. The crazy thing is, this particular shade called Aria came broken, and you know, it's kind of damaged there, but I'm gonna still use it. but for this look I'm going to use the shade Sunset, and this is a glitter metallic lipstick, bullet lipstick. Like usually glitter metallics, I think of liquid lipstick, I don't think of a bullet lipstick. So I had never seen anything like this, I don't have anything like this, so I decided to buy it to give it a try. But I tried it the other day and I absolutely love it so much that I actually want to buy other shades as well. So let's try this. Do you guys see that? It's like beautiful. That's the shade Sunset. Isn't the shade gorgeous? I love it. And to add to more glitter, I picked up a lip gloss, a diamond lip gloss in the shade 24K, 24 karat. And what I'm gonna do is basically go in the center area of my lip. This lip gloss, once again, is amazing. Like, you know, for me, I strongly believe that makeup has to be affordable because everybody has the right to feel beautiful, and feeling beautiful should not be expensive, and I absolutely believe in that. And for this particular brand to come out with affordable makeup that actually is amazing is really something I'm very happy about. These products are amazing. Just running through everything, I pretty much liked every product I used except for the beauty blender, which I'm very surprised because, you know, it had amazing ratings on their website, but not a huge fan of that. And also not a huge fan of the bronzer, only because it does have shimmer in it, and I generally like matte bronzers. But if you are someone that likes shimmer bronzers, then this is still good, but it's just not for me. So that's it, guys. I think I covered all the products that I had in front of me for this look today. I'm very happy with the way this look turned out, and maybe I can do like a check-in video later in the day since I will be wearing this makeup all of today, and we'll see how that goes. Hey everybody, I just wanted to do a quick check-in with you guys. So this is how the makeup is looking after about 4 hours. So it's been 4 hours since I did my makeup this morning, and this is how it's holding up. What do you guys think? I'm gonna have this makeup on for the rest of the day, but in 4 hours I feel like everything looks great and I like it. I do definitely like it. And the lipstick is gone. Clearly we had lunch, so bullet lipsticks usually don't stay for too long, especially when you eat or drink, so I'm not too mad about it. But overall, the eyeshadow is looking great, the blush is looking great, everything else is looking great. Thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one, and I love you all. Bye guys.